So what's Butch doing now? Well, I'm tearing up my wife's kitchen.
Now see, that came out all the way across.
Well, today I'm doing a video in the kitchen. Guess what I'm doing? I'm tearing up my wife's kitchen. That closet, at least half of it, or 2/3 of it, right up to about that line right there where this wall is. I'm going to tear it all out. The reason is there's a gap between the countertop and this wall. And I think this freeze dryer will fit right in there, slide right in there. Then what's left between over here, all this space, is going to be shelves. I'm going to put in shelves. Once we get this wall out and all these parts right here, I got a big finger, don't I? Whew. Anyhow, get all that out of there. Right now, I got a mess. And I got to do a lot of cleanup. So anyhow, I just thought I'd show you the before. I'll try to find a picture of it, what it looked like way before when it had a door and everything. But bottom line is, it's going to change. And I hope it's for the better. Talk to you later. Well, this thing was nailed, stapled, and screwed. And man, oh man, it was a booger to get out. I had to find a screw. Some of the screws are buried under the sheetrock, stapled, nailed. Anyhow, I'm down to moving that wall right there. That's my next objective. Don't know that I'll get it done today, but and it does look like they cut the linoleum. That'll be a bummer, but so don't have much choice, do I, if they already did it? All right, well, I'm going to work on this, see if I can't get this piece out. Howdy friends, just a little update. I got the trim on the corner, done it on the inside too. Notice that wood, I didn't have enough to cover over to the corner. I talked with Ann, she said just border it in and get her done because we want to get going and painting. And I'll show you what I done. I messed up. I had a 2x4 stuck on the wall, and them old screws, the way they put it in, probably with an air driver, square hole screws, and there was one that was stripped out, and I done my best to cut it out of there with that little vibrating tool, and it wouldn't cut. So it was a pretty hard screw. And then I thought, well, I'll see if I can pop it out. And that didn't work. I popped that sheetrock, or whatever it is. I don't even know if it's sheetrock. Could be something else. But anyhow, I'm going to have to plaster that. And I got to tighten up a little bit of molding up in there. And you notice that I never mess with this other molding right there. Up at the top, there's a little bit of looseness. You go around a mobile home, you'll find that they really cut corners. Now I do have a problem up there. It's two different kinds of molding because one was on the inside and one was on the outside. I don't know that I have enough of that kind to finish that all big. And you're not going to go down to the country store and buy this 1990 molding that's, but, well, I just don't even know if they manufacture it anymore. So rather than spend a lot of money on molding, we're just going to have to get by. I'll try to put a full-length piece of molding up at the top because I think I've got some of that thinner stuff. That's just unfortunate that I got to go that route. And you can see the roof, or ceiling I should say, the damage to the roof because of their putting that wall in there. It's just discolored, but we're going to paint this and it will help. And if I had a pocket full of money, I might could go in and get all new molding and all new everything. And I would probably strip all that wood off and just make a plain wall. And being this place is going to stay where it's at until somebody decides to buy it and tear it down or whatever, I would get rid of this molding and I'd tape it and mud it. Well, anyhow, I ain't going to do it because we're not going to spend a lot of money. And we're trying to get by. At our age, it ain't about cosmetics. It's about functionality. Now, I don't know about you. I'm trying to do a fair job with this, what I got, what I pulled out, to keep it like, the same. But it's not working out the same because things weren't done square. And some of this wasn't cut square. So, yeah, it's a real challenge when you're working on a mobile home. Now, if you got handful of molding and staples, staple guns, and all kinds of goodies, you can see that floor, how they cut that floor out. And I told my wife, I said, rather than me trying to come up with a way to put a different linoleum in that area, we're planning on moving like this cabinet, that cabinet right there. We're talking about moving that out and putting a wood floor in here when I do the cabinets. I gotta come up with a way to fix up my wife's kitchen cabinets because they're mobile home cabinets, and after all these years that's pretty bad shape. So anyhow, just thought I'd let you know, my wife's picked out a color. She's going to get it. Then we're going to paint that color of this area where the shelves are going to go. And these shelves are going to go right across there. And that's going to be about 87 inches long. From that wall yonder, the other side of that blade on the wall, all the way over to where this countertop stops. It'll be all shelves all the way across there, and that way she can put things up in that shelving. It's going to be, I think it's 21 inches deep shelves, and I'm really going to put some hangers up there, because I have a feeling like she's going to load it up. Okay, enough of showing you the mess. I'm hoping I can get her down to where we can paint it and make it look a little more presentable, a little more livable. And yeah, I gotta fill that hole there where that door had that latch. Yeah, when you're modifying things like this, it's not going to be on one of those TV shows to show you them multi-million-dollar homes. Okay, enough of this for now. Talk to you later. Okay, little update. You got to cut in yet. But got a lot done. So we're going to let it dry so we can come back in and then cut in. And we may find some areas like right about there. I think there's a little bit of wall to redo, get it a little bit heavier. I got a little thin there. So looks pretty good. We'll see you later. What you doing, Ann?
I'm painting the trim.
Yes, you are.
Nobody else can reach.
She's getting the low points and I'm getting the high points. Not that I'm real tall. I'm only about 5 inches taller. And that's coming along. Looks good, Ann.
Thank you.
I got one little corner up at the top. And then
There's a corner. There's a bottom there, but I need that swept or vacuumed so that I don't get that dust in the paint.
oh, okay. Well, we'll have to let the paint dry before I can,
Do that.
yeah, or I'll just spread it. Okay, then I'll take the, well, you've got some more down there at that end, huh?
Do I?
Is that powder or is that to be painted? With those white shelves, that'll look real nice. Okay. I guess this will be all for now, and then what we'll do is we'll show you what this is like when we get the shelves on. Won't do that till next week. We'll get this dried up real good. And yes, I do need to paint the ceiling, don't I?
It's not going to happen today.
Not right now.
We don't have paint for it.
Yeah. Okay. See you later. It's looking pretty good, Ann. We don't have the shelves on until next week, but
Pretty in pink.
pretty in pink. But the freeze dryer fits right in there where we wanted it.
Perfect.
And right now it's tacky. The paint is tacky, so we're not going to be doing any more work on anything. We temporarily put the counter in there, but it's not touching anything. So this is as far as we're going to go for now, and we'll see what it looks like next week when we start putting up the shelves. Once we get the shelves up, Ann can finally complete her dream of putting her kitchen goods up on the shelves.
Away.
Yeah. So we're real close. We're within 1 week of getting it done. So we'll see you next week.
All right.
Hey, that's looking pretty good.
I hope so.
So we've got 2 more shelves to go. Got another 87-inch long, and then we've got the one that's 10 foot long. What do you think, Ann?
I like it.
All right, let's get the last 2 up.
Sounds good.
Well, friends, this isn't the end. Obviously, we've got more room, more stuff to put up. But that's a real good start. You notice we do have a bit of Tupperware, and that's where we store a lot of our goods. And now it's accessible, usable, and it's not stuck in a wood cabinet. It's visible, good lighting. Our freeze dryer is now tucked in a bay area that's of its own. Now that red table there, what she does is she rolls that to the center of the room when she's canning and when she's freezing or whatever. You know, if she wants to work on that. We've used it a lot when we had family gatherings, and we could put a lot of food on there and move that in a way to where people could walk on both sides and get their food. So I think this is it for now, and gives you some ideas. And our first choice was wood cabinets and so forth, but the price was prohibitive, and this was less money and very strong. Notice we did it on 16-inch centers. And the top 3 shelves are 20-inch, and the bottom shelf is 16-inch. That sets it back on that 16-inch. And what that does is that makes it so it's a little more accessible to the countertop. So thanks a lot for joining us and watching, and we're looking forward to showing you our next project, what we're going to get done. And from Sand Hollow Homestead, we'll see you later.